sucks. How's that sound? Okay, so no iPad after 5. Okay, now we're trying to fix up Joanna E's diet just a little bit. Okay, I mean, she's beautiful, obviously, but we want her to get into some pageants and stuff, so no carbs for Joanna E. Okay, no carbs, but if she does start to cry and get upset about it, because, you know, she loves her bread and pasta, just give her a lollipop, give her a little sugar stick, pixie stick. I have them in the cupboard in the kitchen, and she'll be fine. She'll perk right up. Now, everything in the kitchen is labeled, all the cupboards and everything, and I also have a binder in there, so you know. Don't go in any cupboards that have the little red dots on them. Those are only for me, and I will know if you go in them because I have cameras in the house. Okay. Okay, now also for Joanna E, you will need to brush her teeth for her. She really doesn't like doing it herself. I don't blame her. So you'll need to brush her teeth before bed. And even though she's 10, she goes to bed at 8:45 p.m. Okay, so you will have to put her to bed and read her a story. Her favorite is The Princess and the Frog right now. And she needs to get a very good night's rest because we have her up early tomorrow morning for figure skating, okay? Yeah, 4 a.m. So make sure she's in bed. Now, I'm pretty sure that's all for Joanna E. What do you think? Do you think you've got most of that? Well, I mean, it's written down, so you should be fine. Yeah, I just actually, while you're here, do you mind just while I make a quick call? Because I'm supposed to be going to a brunch with the girls, and I just want to make sure they have our reservations set up. Okay. Hi, yes. Perfect. So I actually made a reservation there for Karen. Yeah, so it won't be on there today. I actually made it for tomorrow, but see, my friends and I, we want to come in there now for brunch, okay? And we will be there in about like 30 minutes, so can you just move my reservation to then? Well, it shouldn't be an issue because even though I made the reservation for tomorrow, I still made a reservation, so it shouldn't matter whether you have to move it to a different day or a different time or not, because I made that time slot, so you should just shift it around. Okay, well, what I'm telling you is that if you don't shift it around, then my friends and I, we won't have anywhere to go for brunch, okay? And this is our favorite place, okay? And I know the chef and I know the manager, so if you don't book us in and make us a reservation, and like I said, we'll be there in half an hour, then I will have to talk to the chef, I'll have to talk to the manager, and I really, really hate getting people fired. I honestly do, but I'll do it if I have to. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, are you new? Yeah, I can tell. Is it like your first day as a hostess? First week? Try not to make it so obvious next time. So, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna show up there with my girls in half an hour, okay? And you're gonna have Jim, alright, the manager, you're gonna have Jim out there, and Jim's gonna get us a table, and it's gonna be really embarrassing for you when you don't already have us seated, okay? And now for this trouble, I will need you to talk to Craig, the head chef, and I will expect a free meal and at least 3 free desserts. He knows me. He knows the carrot cake is my favorite. Alright, well, we'll see you's right isn't allowed to play video games or watch TV after 5 p.m. just